getting ready. Just give me a second. Just want to make sure Dana's
Am I doing
connected.
this?
Yeah, you're going to have to turn it. There you go,
Okay.
darling. There you go.
All
Thank
right.
you, Giovanni. I be trying, my quarantine chic outfits every day. I'll be trying. One thing I have to say, though, doing these live shows, but you home and you quarantine and you be like, oh, I don't have to do much makeup and all this stuff. Man, I'm going to have to stock up. So I'm like, all these shows every day is going into my little makeup inventory there. Like, I may have to stack up a little bit more. All right.
Oh, no, I totally get it. Totally get it.
Yeah, so let me just sit my camera back and kind of get in front here, making sure, I'm a little bit too cut off. Let me bring it too close, guys. 1 second. I had it perfect, but because I always have to come here, and you guys be like, oh, you sound far away. I have to make sure we all in the camera today. All right.
Good.
I think perfect. Am I still cut off?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know what's good. I had it perfectly a while ago. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties today. All right. Hold on. I know what it is. It's my fault. I bring the neck down too much. All right. There we go. That should do it.
I think so.
Yes. Perfect.
Got
Hi,
it.
Dana.
How are you?
I am doing well, my darling. Thanks for everyone who's joining in right now. Welcome to our second week of Live with Mel. Today we are with the lovely and beautiful Dana from Butterfly Photo Group. All right. So today, Dana is going to take us on a little bit of a photo booth adventure and talk to us about some of the new trends that are out here in the industry, and also what you guys can look forward to incorporate photo booths at your wedding and other services that she offers as well. So before we go there, Dana, say hi to the people, and then I'll tell them a little background story how we met.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Mel. I appreciate it so much. So thanks again for the opportunity.
So the way how Dana and I met was through one of my brides. One of our brides, and we did her wedding. The Addison. Camille, right? And that's how we were introduced. And you guys came and you set up and you did such an amazing job. I met your fiance before I met you because he DJ'd at a wedding that I did at Breeze on the Bay. And he did the dancing on the cloud there. Yes. And I was like, so in love with it when they did it. And then when Camille introduced us at the wedding, clicked, and I was like, okay, I gotta get Dana in and so forth. She's awesome, sweet person, hands down, the best, guys. All right.
Well, let's be honest, Mel. I actually slid in your DM months before.
You did?
I did. I had a list. So it was the beginning of the year, and I said, there are 4 wedding planners that I want to work with. So I said, you know what? I'm sliding in their DM, and I'm going to reach out to them. So you were one of my wedding planners that I just wanted to work with. So I sent you a message. I didn't get a response, but I figured you were busy, so it was okay. But then, so happens, Camille reached out to me, and I said, well, I always ask, who's your wedding planner so I can coordinate with them? And she said, Mel from Let's Play. I said, yes, finally. So
I'm so bad, guys. I am not the best at social media, especially with the DM. I'm getting better. Now that I've been like quarantined in and I have more time, I used to have someone that manages my whole profile. I still do. But she manages my whole profile and everything. So I really hardly ever go on to. I always tell vendors the best way to reach me sometimes is not through DM, is to email me, because the emails come directly to me as well. and I'm always on my phone checking emails and responding.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a quick response from me, it's best to email. So I'm glad that Camille connected us. Anyway.
Yes.
And it's been an amazing connection ever since. And it's been awesome. All right. So we know a lot of people are on here. A lot of my brides. I see you guys. Hi, guys. Love you. Miss you. Can't wait to get back on the planning process. Hi, Angel. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Giovanni. I see all of you guys. Yes, yes, yes. So, some of the questions I always get asked with my brides when it comes to, and you guys, as we go along, please feel free to ask a question so we can definitely do the response. We get asked a lot is photo booth services. What kind of photo booth services do you offer? The different styles and so forth. So if you want to talk about that a little bit so they can understand the different services that you offer.
Right. So we actually have 2 photo booths. So this one right here that I have in the background, this is called our social booth. This particular booth does a couple of different things. So let me walk you through it. Let's walk everyone through it so they can take a look really quick.
Awesome.
So here you can see that we personalize like the name. So I usually love to just personalize everything that I touch. I think it just brings a great, unique aspect to it. So we would just it says congratulations. This is for a wedding that I actually did in the Keys a couple of months ago. So, and then you see here, it also has the lights around it. So you can transition these lights to whatever color you choose to, which is really, really great. So this particular booth does a couple of things. So it allows you to actually, text or email the photos directly to you. You also have a photo gallery there as well. And at the end of the event, then what we'll do is we'll send you all the pictures. So you have the ability to have a slew of pictures that you're available to use, send them to your guests, or also just have create an album as well. So that's a great part about this booth, which people love as well. It does the boomerang, it does the GIF, it does videos, it truly does whatever you want. So let me do one really, really quick.
Right.
So I'm gonna do a boomerang really quick.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just one of the things I do. And then you can actually, like I said, text it to that person. That person will have it, and then the wedding party continues just to continue to go on and on. It does print as well, so you can actually print it and you can text it to yourself. So I'm gonna text it to myself right now.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it's that simple.
So one of the cool things that I like about it, photo booths now, and especially these ones that are like the social media ones, is the fact that you can actually upload these ones directly to the phones, to your social media platform as well, correct?
Yeah. You can do Facebook, you can do Twitter, and IG. So you have a different opportunity to go ahead and upload it. I think people love to have it on text, you know, because they'll save it and then they'll send it to their friends. So they love to have it through text. But yeah, you can do it on a couple of different platforms. Now this is just digital. So this also does prints as well. So there's a couple of different options that you can do prints, which is something that I love. I love to do prints. We do have another booth, which is our DLSR booth. And that's really high quality because you're using a DLSR camera. So the pictures and the templates come out great. Anyone that I do a wedding for, I love to create a custom type of template, like we did with Camille. Right. So I want to incorporate different little things according to that person's wedding. So for example, if it's black and white, we'll do the black and white theme, and then we'll do a hashtag on the bottom, or I'll get the designs from the wedding planners and try and incorporate it. If we're doing a garden theme, or if we're doing a real luxury theme, I try and combine all of that together so it can look really, really nice.
I like that. And I think it's a great way to entertain your guests, guys. So if you're having a wedding reception and you want to find different ways of doing favors, people have used photo booth as a favor option. They may have blank frames. And if you have the instant frames, to be able to print those out and then give it to guests. guests can use those as well. It's great because, especially with the templates, I love the fact because then you can have the wedding date information, your name on it with your picture, and so forth like that, and you have that as a keepsake. So it's awesome to definitely be able to incorporate those features and have it as a way for people to be entertained. I like the ones too with the props.
Yes.
You know, we were playing around with some of the props at one of our weddings, and my girls that are on the show here today can tell you, girl, I can't do a boomerang for the life of me. They said, Mel, you got to move one time, not 3 times. So I be trying my best. But the props are always like a major hit also.
Oh, yeah.
What are included in your packages when it comes to photo booth, like the timing of that, and are those props also included, or is that additional?
No, my props are included. So I love for a wedding, you know, a bride and a groom to kind of customize a prop if we can. Usually if we do that, you really kind of, you know, it's something to remember. You also be able to keep it. But it's always something nice to have, you know, the hashtag on the back of the prop. So here's one of our custom props that I recently did.
Nice.
The wedding that we have going on.
Nice.
So, you know, and of course, it's so funny. I had a bride who asked me, she was like, I'm from Miami, so I want something neat. So we did this one.
Oh, that's nice. It's so cute. I like that.
Yeah. So we try and make sure that, you know, something's unique, but all of our props are included. I'm not here to nickel and dime anyone. I'll be honest, I like to be a part of the wedding. I feel like I'm an extension of it. So I want to be sure to bring people in. If I see people that are sitting down and not in the photo booth, I go up to them and say, hey, come on, let's go take a picture together. So, right. And they love that.
I'm telling you, sometimes it's so great because it's fun, it's interactive,
yes.
It's a way to kind of do an icebreaker with your guests. Especially a lot of people like to when they come to weddings, they sit down and they're like, I don't know what I should do. Is the photo booth open? So, you know, we like to announce to the DJ all the time, like, you know, announce the photo booth is open so people can get up. And then once they're up, it's hard to get people to sit down.
And once they have a drink, yes, once they get a drink,
once they have a drink too, it's so hard for them to definitely sit down. We can't get them to sit down for anything. So, for sure, guys, this is something that you want to do. Yes, Image, right, Jules? She definitely does. Okay, so one of the questions that are asked a lot of time is, what packages do you offer, and how do I know what package to choose? Do you base that off of timing or
hours? So I have brides that pretty much say to me, I want you to be there for 2 hours. And I'll say, yeah, I can come for 2 hours. But to me, 2 hours is more of the cocktail hour piece. You know, you really can't get, and if you tell me you have 250 people, I can't get 250 people in 2 hours.
No.
Not if you want it to be, you know, not if you want it to flow right. Right. I always recommend 4 hours, and that will give people an opportunity to come through 2, 3, and 4 times over and over again. So our most popular package is 4 hours. It includes all of the props. It includes as well as prints as well. And then as well as it includes the, you know, different little hats, if you want hats. Like some people don't want hats, they don't want anything. And I love simple. I love nice, simple type of props. I think the one thing that I love about our props is that, you know, they're kind of in that black and white theme, so you can always just adjust. They're always going to kind of go in that same flow. So usually 4 hours would be the best, but we can do 2, 3 hours. But 4 is going to give you enough time, because I tell brides all the time when they say, oh, I want a photo booth. So my thought is, okay, what about when do you want it? You know, when do you want the photo booth? And I always recommend cocktail hours so we can keep people busy while they're taking pictures.
Yes.
While they're, you know, eating. It allows us to take the weight off of them and we'll entertain them during that time.
Right, and I agreed with the cocktail hour segment of things, because during that time, people are just mingling, they're talking. Here's that opportunity to take more photos during that time. So when reception time comes, you already got like maybe half of the wedding party or, you know, the guests out of the way, and the rest of the people that really didn't get a chance to do so, then you can catch up with them at the reception time, and those people can kind of have that engagement with it. How far in advance can I book? That was a definite question. You took a question out my mouth, but I'm glad you asked it. Go ahead.
What was the question again?
How far in advance can I book?
Oh, you can book now. The thing is that, and you're experiencing this as well. So everything's canceling now. So everyone is trying to plan for the end of the year, and a lot are planning for 2021. So I would say book as early as possible. I think that's the best thing we all can recommend at this point, because the weddings we were supposed to be in right now, they're being pushed back to the end of the year. So I think Q4 is going to be a little crazy for all of us.
Yes, it is. I can't stress that enough. You know, with everything that's been going on, especially with the postponement and everything, guys, my end of year is looking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
you have Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So you have Christmas parties.
Yeah, we have Christmas parties and all the different stuff. So for dates that were like in March, in April, May, are being moved down into the end of the year. We have dates available. Some of them are even getting pushed to the next year. Right. So if you are a bride that is looking to utilize the service and want the service, now is the time to really start reaching out to these vendors and definitely getting quotes, get your price estimate, and book. Now the question is, how much is it to book the service, or can I put a deposit? What's the deposit like? What's the payment structure?
Right.
They need to work something out with you up like that.
Yeah, definitely. I can work something out. I mean, the deposit is $150 usually. I mean, at this point, we could do $100. I'm definitely very flexible. You know, what we would do is just go ahead and send out a proposal and take it from there. And then I'll work with the wedding planner, you, whomever, and then put something together. Because I just don't want to have a traditional, you know, some of the times I look at these photo booths and it's great, don't get me wrong, but I like to be able to add some accents to it. I don't want it just to be a pipe and drape setting up and a camera. Exactly. No, I want to fit in with the wedding itself. Exactly. So you might see some furniture come in sometimes, maybe like a little table. I try and make it a little glam. It depends on the setting though, of course.
Right. A flower wall backdrop.
Yes.
Listen, I put the horse and carriage in the whole tub in. So if, again, I can't stress it enough that you have to, if you really love a vendor, guys, and you've been watching this vendor for months, for years, and you have reached out, you got your numbers and so forth, you got your estimate, but you're still on the fence because you feel like you have that time, now is the time to be booking people.
Yeah.
When you come to us afterwards and we're like, I'm so sorry, I don't have the date. I literally had situations like that where I have to be now referring brides to other planners because I literally don't have the date. I really don't. So, you know, you guys have to definitely jump on board, get on board right away. Definitely. And Data Night setup is done. She's definitely on it with the crystal clear photos. Yes, Image My Jewels, she is. Photos are always clear and always on point. We're not going to lie about that. One of the other things that we were talking about is, I get asked, is there an attendant there or is it just you that's always there at the event? So talk about that.
So we could do a couple of different things. I actually had the wedding we did in in the Keys. They wanted to rent the actual photo booth from me for 2 days. So it works out for me. Yeah. So if there's a deposit would have to be made. So if you don't want an attendant, there is an option for a drop-off service.
Nice.
We do have available. However, if you want an attendant can be available to you. So we have a couple of different attendants that are there. You might see me there. I just like to be a part of the weddings. I love the weddings. But we have, you know, a couple of different options. But I think people are leaning more to the attendant piece to kind of be responsible, man it up, and then really get people to enjoy it. Because the one thing you don't want is an attendant there that's going to be, you know, you want someone who's going to engage with your guests, tell them what prop, because there's so many times people will say, I don't know what prop to use. And I'm like, okay. And I love to have different flags. So, you know, for my Caribbean folks, I have Jamaican flags. I have some Haitian flags. I have them all. I have Canadian flags. So I love to have a little mix of everything depending on the recommend have an attendant. If you don't want an attendant, that's fine as well.
Okay, so that's good to know, guys. So if you have are asking for a service of a photo booth and you're wondering about attendance and so forth, definitely these are services that they do provide, and you guys can definitely get information from Dana on that. So one of my other questions that how many prints will the guests receive?
So it really depends on their package. Usually we do one or two pictures per person, but in reality, by that time we have stopped counting and we are doing unlimited pictures. A lot of the brides recently, what I've noticed that they love to do is they love to do a scrapbook.
Nice.
So what they'll do is we'll have each guest come in, they'll take a picture, and then we'll have a scrapbook option for them. So they'll put their picture within that scrapbook and write a nice message to the bride and the groom, and then they'll take that home and be able to look at it later on. So it's kind of like the guest book, right? The guest book option.
Yeah, you just gave me an idea too, because I was just thinking that we could even do like a nice big poster board, and if we could get the picture stick onto that. So you know how back in high school, I don't know if you guys used to do this. At the end of the yearbook year, you have your T-shirt on, and you go around and have everybody write up your T-shirt.
Yes.
So instead of doing something like that, you could definitely do like a nice frame board where you could have everybody go up and put one of their pictures up from the photo booth, right, and do their little signature next to it, and you get like a beautiful frame collage of all your guests and photos.
I love it.
Okay, nobody run with my idea now. You can take it for a little stand.
I'm only gonna do it with you.
Okay, all right. We on the same page. All right. So, one of my other question was, and I'm gonna get back to it because I wanted to make sure. Somebody asked this. Yes, you do travel.
Yes, travel.
Okay.
Like I said, we go to the Keys, all the way north. So wherever you need me, we could be there.
Okay. The other question is overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Do you charge an overtime fee when it comes to the photo booth services?
I do. Usually, it depends. I'm pretty flexible, like I said, but usually the overtime fee is going to be about $50.
Okay.
Every half an hour.
Oh, that's not bad. That's really good.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
But at 4 hours, if we want to keep going, we can go.
That's really good. If you want to keep going, she'll definitely keep going. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to the photo booth and you see people being engaged and interact, you don't just want to cut it dead dry and then people be like, oh my God, you're done already? You know, here's my thing. And the good thing about it is that you coordinate with your when you have a coordinator, you coordinate with your photo booth attendants and, services, and you let them know, like, okay, we're going to start at this time, we're ending at this time. So you want to make sure that you get in as much people to the photo booth so they're getting the pictures. They're not going to wait until the end of it to be like, okay, oh my God, where's the photo booth attendant? Nobody really got pictures done because you ran out of time. Right. You want to make sure that your planner, your coordinator is coordinated with the DJ so they make a proper announcement. You know that the booth is working. Dana's there. She's grabbing people because I know when they go to the bar, Dana be grabbing them and like, take a picture. She be having the prompts in their hands. Like, where you from? And the girl be having the big glasses on. So trust me, you want somebody that's going to be very engaged. Okay, what's a good time for you to show up for an evening event?
Well, of course, I love to set up an hour before my start time.
Okay, good.
Because I just want to make sure I'm in the right. Of course, wedding day is so crazy, right? So usually, depending on who I'm working with, I already know where I'm supposed to be, who my main contact is. But I like to be there an hour because I want to make sure things are working properly. But it literally takes 15 minutes to set up. I'll be really honest with you. It doesn't take us long at all to set up. But it's just, just making sure everything runs smoothly is the biggest thing.
Yes. One of the other, and to pin on that, just to point on that as well, the hour setup time, because sometimes I get asked that question. Is it also included in your time? No. So that's your time that you're coming to prepare, right? And then your start time starts once your contract starts time
Correct.
is contracted. And
Correct.
that's something that I can't stress enough, people. You want to know what your time is. If it's arrival time or is set time included, or is it this from this time to this time? Right. So your coordinator reach out to your vendors a couple weeks before, and Dana can speak to this. Yeah. I would ask her, what time are you arriving there? And she would tell me, Mel, what time you want me there? Or she would say, seriously, she would say, Mel, what time you want me there? And I said, no, tell me. She said, I'm really going to come like an hour before. I said, you think hour is good enough? She said, yeah, it's good enough. So she gets there an hour before. Once Dana is set up and she's in her position, right away, she is like, ma'am, let me know whenever you want me to open up the photo booth and we can start. And we go right in, we start. She does her work, and she does an amazing job in getting people engaged, guys. So you want to make sure that you're coordinating with your vendors, guys. It's timing is crucial, because if you are not properly timed, things can go haywire. You'll be looking at it, where my photo booth? Where my photo booth? You can't find it. You don't know where the person is. Yeah. You don't have the right people finding out the start time is set up for your vendor. I can't stress that enough. You need somebody that's there to call on the day if they don't show up. You need people to be there to do a timeline weeks before, so you can definitely have these things in place. Okay?
And that's a great point, Mel, because one thing that I know, what I love about working with you is that I have a full itinerary as to what is going on. I know where I need to be. I know when the start time comes. And, you know, I would recommend anyone who is getting married, you have to have that. You have to have a wedding planner. You really have to have that coordinator that's going to set times and make sure that people are in their places.
Yes, you definitely have to. One of my other questions is, but with these, how many people can fit in front of a photo booth or in a photo booth? I don't know, with the tools that you have.
Oh my gosh, I've had about 12 people try and fit in, and they did a good job, and I was shocked. I was like, how did y'all, I mean, they're on top of each other, but I think those make for the best pictures, though.
Are you serious?
Listen, when people get liquor in their system, it's a whole different type of ball game.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
But it's so much fun because
the 12 people in front of that photo, like you're squishing yourself in to kind of get into the camera.
Oh yeah,
it works, man. That's right.
And they love it. They love doing the goofy pictures. They love doing the family shots. I did a 50th birthday a couple of weeks ago, and they were just loving it because, you know, it brings people in together. And some of those photos, they haven't taken photos in years. So, you know, why not do it in front of the photo booth?
Why not? What advice, when a bride reach out to you, what advice do you give them when they reach out to you for your services?
Well, I always ask them about how did they hear about me. And then I'm always asking about if they have a planner or coordinator. So I'm always referring, you know, and it really depends on their style too. So I think the biggest thing that I say to them is get your people in place. Because I like when people say, oh, I have such and such that's going to help me. And when they say that to me, I always say, I would recommend a wedding planner or a coordinator. So that's my biggest advice to them on that. Regarding when it comes to the photo booth, my thoughts are is book. You know, it's easy. It's you're gonna have fun. Your people are gonna have fun. It's one of the best, to me, entertainment options you could possibly have. There's so many entertainment options you can do right now, but nothing that's really gonna capture the moments and those fun moments that you're not necessarily there to see. So you'll be able to look later in the evening or maybe the next day and say, oh my God, they were crazy at the photo booth the other night.
It's true. Some of the services that you guys offer is not just photo booth though. What other services do you guys?
Yeah, we definitely do dancing on the clouds. So that's where it has the smoke, this clouds. And the great thing I love about that, it doesn't set off any fire alarms whatsoever. We also do the cold sparkler as well, so that doesn't set off any type of fire alarms as well. But it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful for your first dance. And I think those are great opportunities for your photographer to really kind of take those special moments where you're embracing and in that loving moment and taking those pictures. But yeah, right now I would definitely have to say Dancing on the Clouds and the Cold Sparklers has been trending pretty heavily. Well, last year it was really, really big. I think even the year before, at the end of the year, it was really big as well. But we saw a lot of Dancing on the Clouds.
I'm gonna tell you why in a minute with the answer to that. I'm gonna tell you why. But I'm gonna answer the question for Queen Lee. What's the standard hours for the photo booth? 2 hours or 3 hours?
We could do 2 hours. What do you mean by standard? Meaning like
some packages that's a minimum of 3 hours.
Minimum of 2. Minimum of 2.
So minimum of 2 for you.
Yeah.
So really, that's the answer there. Minimum of 2.
Minimum.
Now I'm gonna go back to the question about the cold sparks and not being limited, right?
Yeah.
Now the reason that's being limited, and I've been going through the situation myself. The reason why it's being limited is because of the expense that's coming behind it. And I don't know if you guys have been getting this from a lot of the venues and locations, but I work directly with them, so I'm giving you the inside scoop.
Tell me.
A lot of the locations now are requiring that you have a fire marshal on
like we did at the Addison.
Yes. And with the fire marshal, I'm sorry guys, with the fire marshal, you have to pay an additional fee for them, plus you have to pay for what's the name?
The cleanup fee.
Yes, there's a cleanup fee on top of that. On that. So by the time and the liability. Now you guys are licensed and insured. Yes. And this is the questions that we get all the time. Are they licensed and insured? I say yes, they have the license. Has to be 2 mil, whatever. Yep. We have that. But when they do it, the minimum hours for the fire marshal and the rate is 2 to 3 hours, almost 4 hours. Now, when you're doing cold sparks for like 30 seconds,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. If it's something that's going to be throughout the night,
right,
then it makes sense. You know what I mean? So that's what's hurting that part of the industry. I have been fighting battles because I have a lot of brides that want it. I can get the Dancing on a Cloud in 100%.
Yeah.
But that cold sparks,
wow.
I've been fighting. But I'm even trying to get it into major hotels.
Oh my God.
Big demonstrations where they show that it's not a hazard to anything. They see it, they love it, but it always come back down. Mel, it's approved with the fire marshal. And then I'm like, okay, what's the price? Yeah. And then it will come back to me and like, oh, per hour? You're nuts. I can't do that. I can't ask my client to do that because I don't need him there for that long of a time. So that's one of the biggest things that's been happening with that service because trust me, I be wanting that thing during the ceremony. I want it during the reception. I want it through the first dance. I be wanting the cold sparks to go off and cut the cake. I be wanting it everywhere, but I just can't get it. Okay, guys? Because sometimes if my bride don't mind and she pays, fine. But if it's something where it's like not even worth it, I don't enforce it. You know?
And it's crazy because, like Regard says, it's not even flammable. So it's just,
I'm telling you, it's a money game.
It
has no hazardous, nothing to it. You can literally push your hand through it and it doesn't do anything whatsoever. And I'm like, it's all a money game.
Yeah,
so
it is.
I find it really, really, really good. And it all depends on the venue too, because some venues will let you come in. So guys, if you're going to the big hotels, you're going to run into it. If you go to some of the venues that are like very, how do I say the word? Upscale? Yes, they're going to ask for it. The Addison was asking, remember that day? Oh my God.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
We
were
had
able to still do it though. We still did do it.
We did do it because man, I was like fighting to the nail, but we got it done outside for the ceremony, but I couldn't get it inside the room.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, guys, these are some of the questions you gotta ask your venue before you even consider like locking it in and so on. If you're looking to have these type of services, I've seen it where people have purchased the service and then it can't be done. Yeah, because we're not asking the proper questions.
Yeah, we actually had to get certified from a couple of fire marshals. So we have this label that they give us to say we are able to do the cold sparklers in this venue. I mean, I think it is a lot about educating them. And then some of them, I feel like, I mean, when we were going to get charged the cleanup fee that day, I laughed. I was like, really?
I know. Yeah, you know, it's really crazy because, I mean, me in school to Epic Entertainment, we went and educate the W, and the W is not allowing it. But again, the fire marshal fees is just a little bit high. You get what I mean? So it's, as I said, thank you, school, for that. It's all about educating the venues. They have to know. Sometimes they don't know. They really don't. They really think that these are fireworks and they're going to set off the smoke detectors and everything like that, and it's going to create this whole big thing, shut down my hotel, shut down my venue. That's their main concern. But it is very crucial, guys, that you need to really have this conversation because you guys don't know. And I always say, thank you, Image by Julie. It's crucial why you need a planner. Because you guys don't know to ask these questions, and then you book these things, and when they tell you no, 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 you're getting upset, you're disappointed, all these things. And I always tell my clients, it's best to work with a wedding planner where she goes with you, do the venue scouting with you, sit down with them, send the contract. Even if you decide that you want to book a planner, but you already booked the venue, the first thing on your list as a planner, and any bride that's under that's mine can speak to this, I ask for the contract. I need to see what you signed. Before we move any further, I need to know every detail of what you signed for. I need to talk to them. I need to find out what services is allowed and what's not allowed, and any restriction that there is. Okay? I know there's nothing to clean up. School, I'm serious. There's like literally no mess. But they be asking.
It's a little bit of an ash, but there's nothing much. Little ash, nothing big.
But guys, it's great to have these type of services because it's very fun. It's entertainment. For photographers that are on here, it's great visually when it comes to the to taking photos and so on. So it's great memories for your event to look back on. And that's one of the reasons why I always ask the question in my consultation, what are some of your must-haves? You must have at your wedding. Photo booth is one of my questions. Dancing on the cloud is one of my questions. I also ask the question about the cold sparks. I ask it all the time. So it's basically because these are some of the trending things that are going on right now, and everybody's looking and seeing it on Instagram. You want to make sure that when you are looking at it, you're planning your wedding, you're asking your venue, do you allow these services to come in?
Right.
If they come in, what are the liabilities? What do you need in place? You know, is there any restriction, any extra fees? Make sure you're asking these questions, people, because if you don't ask it, you're going to be surely disappointed if you book the service and then it don't happen. Now, I'm going to ask a question that I know some people ask. In the event, and I know we've been getting these right now, we're getting close to it, and we find out, oh, I can't have the service. What do we do in a situation like that?
Well, if we can't have the clouds, the dancing on the clouds, I mean, at that point, then we just cancel it. We might hold a $50 retainer, but at that point, is it refund? But you know what? I think what I'm learning since that Addison moment is to really do an extension and make sure. Because I say, hey, make sure. We had to do that recently for a bride. I said, hey, let's make sure that they have it, and that they'll allow it. And they were like, oh no, they won't allow it. So I actually had to go an extra step further, present the cold sparklers, show them, and then once I did that, they're like, oh, okay, no problem, it's good. But you know, I understand your point, but yes, so there will be something that will be held, but it's not going to be much.
Right, and that's fine, and that's totally understandable, guys, because at the end of the day, the portion of thing is that you guys didn't do your homework.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So you can't really hold the vendor responsible.
Right.
So, you know, the vendor can do as much as she can to accommodate you, but you cannot hold them 100% responsible. You know, because you have to have the proper things in place and make sure these questions are asked. So that's why I started asking that question. Because we definitely don't want to run into a situation where we're having that kind of feedback.
No, yeah, definitely not.
We like
positive. And then sometimes
we like to make the bride happy.
Right, and sometimes what I'll do is, so like, if they'll book the photo booth, I've only done this one time, and they booked the cold sparklers and something else. I just applied that credit to the photo booth.
There you go. And just extend the time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, guys. So it's always good to communicate with your vendor. Let them know what's going on. You know, if there's an issue, so they can work out something with you. I believe there was something else that we could do that we end up working out, and it end up going to something else, and it end up working out perfectly. Yeah. So again, it's all about making sure you're keeping that line of communication. You have proper people in place that is going to do the legwork to make sure that we are not, you know, violating any kind of rules or regulations and standing by the guidelines. Okay?
Right. And we
got blurry for a second. I don't know why your camera got so blurry.
Did it? Oh, sorry. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I think it's coming back. But you're moving and it's shaking back into place.
Are we good now?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like you're getting back good. Yes.
Okay. No, yes. I was saying, like, we don't, and we're not here to really kind of not make the night work. You know, we want to be there. We want everything to run smoothly. I got a quick question for you. I know this is your thing, but I just want to. What do you think is trending? What do you see that's trending? That's going to be really, really big over this year. I love dealing with wedding planners because y'all vision is something totally different. So what do you see that's going to be coming down the pipeline for 2020 and 2021?
Oh my God, Dana. So trending wise, I think what I've been seeing that's been a bit more popping up on the scene is definitely the social media one with the video. I have been seeing that more than people doing the photo option because everybody's doing the whole snap thing.
Yes.
The TikTok thing and, you know, all this Instagram video thing, and they want to put it up right away. So I've been seeing that a lot. Now, I can't really speak to it. I mean, it's kind of hard for me because a lot of my brides, some of them do, and I do have some that are coming up that are interested in the photo booth and so forth. But a lot of my brides, they're like more of, how can I say this? They're more on the entertainment side when it comes to the cold sparks and dancing on the cloud.
Yes, the glam.
And that's why I've been fighting to the nail to get it kind of more in locations out here in South Florida. Because the request for it is more. Then I have the ones that are just like, no, I see it too much. You know, I'm seeing it too much at weddings. I want something different. They want something, you know, they want to come out the box. So one of the things that is big, that is trending, is the photo booth with the magazine box thing that you can personalize. Okay,
I was supposed to do one of those, but it got postponed. I can't wait to do it.
Oh my God. So that one, for sure, has been like a big request on my list that I've been getting. Melissa, I want the box so people can go in. A person I will have our picture, have our magazine up there. I want it to say Bow. I want it to say XYZ. So, and then my guests can go in there and do like magazine cover kind of photo stuff. So that is definitely what I see that's going to be blowing up a bit going into the trending of 2021 and so on. If we could get it out here more, because I know in California we had it. I think Iconic got one, I believe. I don't want to say names, but yes, has one. But it's something that I know that's trending for sure. Okay. That will definitely be out there coming up, guys. If you're looking towards that, something. And I know Dana and them are always innovative. They're always thinking about new creative ways to engage with clients and with guests and so forth, to be very interactive. So you guys are always coming up with new things that you want to do.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're getting this.
So Jules said it's a bit hard to shoot because of the plastic. So I've shot a few. Okay, see, I haven't shot one yet, but because every time I was supposed to do one, it ended up being cut out. Because of one of the travel, because when I first reached out, it was one for California. It was supposed to come to Florida, and then there was like an overbooking process situation, so I had to cancel it. and so on. So Jules, I'm glad you said that, because then
you know what I'm
so
thinking.
that I can educate them. So what do you mean by the plastic? Oh,
Because of the reflection.
Like a bounce reflection.
Yeah. But you know what I'm thinking? This can do that. I can create a magazine cover on this. I'm gonna test that out. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna post it and let's see how that works. But I can do a magazine template. I can actually create one and then take a picture. Thank you, Al.
You're welcome, darling. The key is place a light on the side at the top, which makes perfect for photos. Yes, the reflection. Okay. Yeah. So I figured more or less it was like a reflection thing that was the problem when it comes down to it. But yes, guys. So those are some of the things. Yeah, I think that would be awesome. Get that template on that photo, because that would be a hit right there.
I got it.
I'm glad.
Again, thank you. That's 2 for today.
That's 2 again for today. All right. But yeah, so we're getting close to that 50th mark of the hour. But we wanted to, anything that you want to tell our fans on here that are of anything new that's coming out with you guys that you guys have been venturing into?
Well, I actually just purchased this beautiful silver glam wall that I can't wait to actually use. It actually, so I'll have to show you it. I'll show it to you when it actually comes. But I think we're getting more involved with a lot of the backdrops.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing. This right here is so much fun. Just the ability to be able to do the different templates, the overlays, it allows it to be a little bit more creative.
Nice.
But the biggest thing for me right now, I think we're concentrating more on is the backdrops. Like I mentioned earlier, I love to have something nice, pretty, and I want to be an extension of the wedding. I don't want to just be a pipe and drape. I want to be able to fit into the wedding so it just flows, as you know.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's my biggest thing for the rest of the year.
Nice. And I hear Epic on here, Scoop is saying it's called digital overlay. And
digital overlay.
Yeah, he said you can do it, girl. Get it together. All right. So you guys are so funny. I love it. I love it. I love it. Can't wait for tomorrow. So again, so some of the great things, and I want to just do a little backtrack of some of the stuff that you guys can do as well. We talk about prints. Somebody was asking me how large are the prints.
We can do a couple of things. I usually love to do the 4x6. Some people love to do the strip prints. I don't really like those, but I'll do them. But I traditionally just do the 4x6. I think it's a great opportunity for them to put it in a frame. We can add a magnet to it as well.
Nice.
But usually the 4x6.
Nice. Somebody asked, do you provide a memory book or guest book?
Do I provide what?
A memory book or guest book?
We can. That's going to be an upcharge, but that's that scrapbook that I was talking about.
Yeah.
That we can print out the pictures and put them in the scrapbook, and you can write a little message. So yes. Hey, Luxury Love.
Hi, Mimi. Thanks for joining us. Again, guys, I know we've been going ham and having so much fun here. But thank you guys for joining us. I know you guys are having an amazing time and all the different questions being answered and, different creative ideas that we're coming up with that you can use at your wedding and be very engaged. So we are appreciative of you joining us here with Dana from Butterfly Photo Booth. All right. So here's my question for you. And I think after that question, we're going to go back into wrapping up and getting things going unless you have some stuff. The online gallery.
Yes.
Talk about that. Do they get access to download the full gallery? Is something that they'll be able to share with friends, or just for the couple themselves?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll upload the pictures to my website. And from there, I will, depends on the guest, depends on the party, but I'll ask them if they want to put a password on it. So what I usually love to do is once I send the text message out, I usually say, the password is, for example, the Williams wedding or something like that, so they can type it in. But they can go onto my website within 24 hours, All the pictures will be there. They can download the pictures and they can share the pictures as well.
Nice.
So I usually keep those pictures up for about a good, maybe 60 days, depending. So usually about 60 days. And then during that process, I'll also email them a copy so that they can have it as well. If they want it on a PDF, I mean, if they want it, on a hard drive, we could do that as well. But they do have access to the pictures. And what I love is that the guests will have the link already in their text message, because the text message they're going to get is, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by Butterfly Booth. If you're ready, the pictures will be available in 24 hours. Here's the link, and they can go there the next day and download the pictures.
Nice. Because I've seen a bunch of galleries afterwards, and I love the way how it's also customized. Yes. At the end, I love those galleries that you see when you go in, and you definitely know it's a part of a wedding. It's customized with the bride and groom photo, with their wedding dates, their name, and everything, and it just looks like a beautiful, nice gallery. So yes, I love that. It's something that you definitely would like to share with your guests, so they can go on there and download pictures of their family and friends. If they say, oh, I didn't see such and such, but you saw their picture, you like it, you have the opportunity to download that as well and create an album. So I've always loved to do that, because when I have weddings that I have you guys there, I save those galleries. I like to go back and look at it, because sometimes my couples would grab me and say, Malcolm, take a picture with us. Right. Which, we've done a few of. And then when I go back and I'm like looking through it, I'm like, these are so much fun. Look at these people. You see people with different poses. No, you're back. I see you.
Okay, I'm back. Okay.
Yeah, you're back. So we have 7 minutes or 8 minutes before we go. Anything you want to say to the people on here before we wrap up, and I tell them what's to come tomorrow?
Thank you guys for joining us. I've enjoyed this so much. Thanks, Mel, for having me. I love working with you. I love working. We have to do another wedding, so I'm hoping.
Oh my God! I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. The crazy part, like right now, I wish I was planning weddings right now. Well, I am planning. But, I wish I was looking forward to this weekend. I'm like, I got a wedding on Saturday. Yeah. And, every time the weekend came close, I'm like, oh, my God, I would be here prepping. I'm getting ready, calling Mimi and them telling Mimi what my cake looking like for tomorrow and everything. And I calling Sandra, and I'm like, I feel so, lost. This is my passion, people.
I know. I know it's got to be hard for you. You have every Saturday and Sunday off. What's that about?
Oh my God. And I don't sleep, so it's even worse. So you know how some people will sleep in all day and just relax? Yeah. I can't. I literally go to bed at 3 o'clock and wake up at 6 o'clock. Oh, and then I'm on my computer let's find something to do, Mel. Let's respond to something. And I don't go back to sleep for the rest of the day. Today I was so surprised. And my partner he's like, hold up, what's going on? I ain't hear from you all day. And I said, well, I was having consultations. I was talking to a few brides on the phone. They called. And I was keeping myself busy. So, trying to keep myself back into the planning modes of things. But again, guys, we can't wait to get back to start planning with you guys. Now is the time to really reach out and, book us, ask us questions, get the information that you need about all of our services out here. It is crucial. It's important. Now you have the time to really take the time to review each service that they're giving you, the contracts and everything, so you don't jump quickly into anything. It's the time for you to really review and to check out backgrounds of everybody, find out what you like, is this person really what they see? It's the time. It's the time. Yes, I know. The positive thing is our body needed the rest. It's true. I need to take some sleeping pills. I could sleep. I wish I could. I'm telling you, I do need. And everybody said, but you look so well rested. I don't know. I don't know. All right.
And so we got 5 minutes. Book. You guys need to book Mel now. Don't wait. Don't do it to yourself. She's not going to be available and you're going to be so disappointed. Don't do it. Just pay the money.
Thank you. And the cool thing about it, somebody asked me today, Mel, because they were saying it last night on Reem, He said, I want Mel, but I think she's so expensive. I said, but you wouldn't know if you don't call me.
Right.
I said, you have to call me, and then I'll be able to really work something. Right now is the best time to be real.
Yes.
Because I am working out some crazy deals right now.
Yeah.
I myself was like, this will never, ever happen.
Once in a lifetime.
But I am doing the work because I understand the urgency. I understand the situation. We don't want to put a strain on your pockets, but whatever we can do to accommodate you guys, I am willing and I'm open to work with you guys on that. So, before we wrap up, let's talk about tomorrow. So tomorrow, guys, we'll do our live party with DJ Scoops right here live on our page. So you're going to join us live with Mel at 6 o'clock. Scoops got to let me know if he's going to start at 6 or he want to start at 7.
Oh.
But I know we've been getting a lot of turnout around 6, 7 as well. So if you want to wait a little bit later, he will let me know and then I'll put up the post later tonight.
He's going to be live DJ?
Yes, live DJ. You missed it last week Friday with DJ.
I did. I'm going to check in tomorrow, though, for sure.
Yes. So we had a live party last week Friday. And this week, we're about to have him on here. He's going to be turning it up. We're about to lock down Instagram and Facebook. Like, really shut it down. Okay? Yes. So while we're quarantined in and we're doing the whole stay at home and we're encouraging everyone to be safe, and, keep healthy, we want to just bring some entertainment to you. So tomorrow won't be too much of a top, but tomorrow will be more parties. So get your drink, get your quarantinis, okay? Have your open bar. I'm sorry. Look at you. Listen, Mimi had me drinking all week last week. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So it's 6 o'clock tomorrow, guys.
Tomorrow.
So join us live 6 o'clock with DJ Scoop. It's about to be lit. Last week, I drank so much, I felt like I need to do a detox this week. So I've been watering it. I'm sorry, Mimi. I'm going to try tomorrow.
Oh.
I don't have the tolerance to drink like this every day. I just can't.
Yeah.
So, but it is about to be lit. Then we are back again next week, Monday, with Hair Chemistry. She will be on here next week, Monday at 3 o'clock. Tuesday, you will be with my sister from Elite Caribbean Magazine, the editor. She will be on here bringing you guys to the islands, so you guys know all about how we do out there in the islands, especially entertainment and weddings. Then Wednesday, we are with Angel Love Beauty. Thursday, we're with Travis Daniels. He texted me last night. He said, man, I gotta work out.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, please, Mr. NFL player, you don't need to do nothing, okay?
Talking about.
And then we have Image by Jules on here on Friday. Hands down, can't wait to hear from him. He's going to be coming here live, giving us some real great pointers, and I can't wait for him to be on here as well.
You got some heavy hitters coming in.
No, man. We just keep bringing all the heavy hitters coming every week. So we will be here every week, guys, at 6 o'clock, bringing you a different vendor, giving you some tips about in the industry from our professionals out here. These are our top professionals in the industry that's been doing it, that can share their tips, their tricks, everything to help support you during this time. We might not be planning right now. We can't have the wedding, but guess what? We're going to get some information, and we're going to be able to continue to do what we have to do. Book right away, people. Reach out to vendors. Communicate. This is the time to do so. All right? Let's support each other as small business and get this thing moving. All right? So, guys, we're about to wrap up right now. Thank you guys for joining. We love you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, everyone that joined us today. We'll see you back again tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Thank you for watching. You're welcome, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.